Ooh, slow it down. Sunk right in there.
Yep. Hello, and welcome to the Corn Corner Podcast. My name is Cam Wren, and you're telling me a chicken fried this rice?
I'm Cam Damage, and could you just get some water from the zinc?
Speaking of that, today we're talking about phrases people say, catchphrases.
Idioms, regional slang. Were you gonna give me a mic?
You look like you're crying.
When I drops in.
You missed so bad. Just your eyes just wet.
I did it in a rush. My allergies are going insane right now. I should take a Claritin.
Wow. Well, on that note, let's get it started. Yeah, you look sad. You look like
I'm just so emotional about talking about phrases and whatever. Not catchphrases.
Yeah.
There's a different word for idioms and stuff like that. Just slang sayings, whatever.
you say the word idiom more than most.
Well, it's like the actual, because so when you say catchphrase,
Yeah.
I think of the best a man can get. Like,
Yeah.
you know what like Gillette.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like it's the like byline, whatever.
A slogan.
Yeah. That's what catchphrase means to me.
Yeah.
And that's not exactly what when we proposed this topic eons ago in the Pantheon.
I do remember.
Yeah.
Well, before we get in there, I think we should catch up on some current news.
Yeah.
What's going on? Got any current news you want to share?
In life,
Yeah.
I mean, current things. All I can think about right now, because it's topical, is the just released new Corn Corner segment where I eat a lot of dog food.
It's vile.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
it was hard. It was hard to watch.
It was hard to watch.
And I said to you, right after we filmed it, I was like, you should have made me eat more. You should have made me go harder on the dog food. And I didn't think I ate that much. And then watching the edit, I was like, I ate a lot of dog food.
You really did.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I felt like I maybe made you eat too much dog food. It made me nervous because I was like, this can't be good for you.
Well, I got home and threw up.
You sure did. You also did whine through the Topanga
Yeah,
Canyon.
that
I feel
really
like
did
that
it.
doesn't help it.
No.
But also, yeah, well, you said something in there where you said this one has little hard pieces in it.
Yeah.
And that concerned me immediately.
What
I was
were
like,
they?
Yeah.
I wonder if it was like bone.
That actually makes sense.
Yeah, now that I'm just now.
Which,
Doesn't it? I would rather be rocks.
yeah.
Like, to be honest.
Well, it's probably worked out of you.
Oh, yeah,
now.
we're past it. You know?
Maybe. I don't know.
It's not like bubble gum. It's not just hanging out in there for like.
Is that a myth?
I believe it is. There's
That's
no
not
way in
real.
hell your digestive system is like, this I'm gonna hold on to. Like,
Yeah, we should Google that. We should bring an EMT on the show and chat about it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Would
I
this
know
happen?
one.
We should do a segment, Ask an EMT, and we should ask a bunch of questions. Like,
He's not an EMT, you know?
well, I'm
get
just saying, like, we should
very
bring on a
offended.
health professional.
Yeah.
Is he a health professional?
Yeah, sure. Healthcare professional.
Wow.
Your logo's not. There you go.
The Corn Corner mug.
It's not
Usually these
traditional.
are prop mugs, but today we have coffee in them. The
Oh,
reason why?
He's left-handed.
Because I wanted it. For our audio-only listeners, we do have left-handed and right-handed mugs, so they face the camera. But it means I have to drink it with my left hand. But I'm
you
using the
didn't.
left hand for a microphone.
You just held it like you know, when they show like some guy, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Drinking like moonshine from a jug, and he slings it on the back of his hand and does like that. Well, that's the thing that
no.
happens. So
I've never. Did you? Oh, well, finishing current news. I want to say that I'm hosting a podcast for Shibari Study.
Yeah,
Interviewing rope folks.
yeah,
Out in the world, and that released.
yeah. How many episodes? Is it episodes like weekly, or they're already like one's up?
There are ones up. I did one with Anton and Sin. I did one with the founders. I did one with Miss Rima. I did one with Leaf. I did one with Kiss Me Deadly Doll.
Yeah.
And then there's one with Fuoco coming out.
There's one with me.
Miss True Blue. There's one with Cam.
Yeah.
So, and then there's a bunch that are queued up and ready to pop out.
In there. So if you're interested in rope, curious about rope, curious about kink,
yeah, and to be curious, to be curious,
to be fully curious,
to be fully curious. To be honest, I don't even talk about rope that much. I mainly talk about outside things. Like Miss Rima is a licensed mental health therapist.
Yeah,
and we talk about that. We talk about like how kink isn't therapy and.
What a great topic.
Yeah, it's awesome. She said incredible shit. And then Leaf, we talk about like being in a long-term relationship and doing rope.
Yeah.
We talk about being trans and queer and things like that and like existing in that space.
That's so much more approachable than just like a rope nerd podcast.
Yeah, and to be honest, I don't really care about it from that perspective. Like,
It's not necessary.
Yeah.
It's cooler to like go more in depth in like how things like are in real life affect like pervasively in real life. I don't know.
Yeah, I want to know like the
well.
why. Like, I did one with Naughty Devil, and that one was
I love him.
awesome because he talked about actual like connection and things like that, and that was really neat. But anyway, so it's a new venture.
I get to see
you know,
him
go
next week.
support it.
Anyway.
I do too.
Oh yeah. I forgot you're coming with me.
We both do.
Anyway,
back to the real meat and potatoes of it all. We're talking about catchphrrases.
there's one right there.
There's one.
The meat and potatoes.
You say one a lot of the time. And when you wake up, you'll come in the room and you'll say, time to suck the dick of the day.
Yeah. That's how it's worded.
Where did that come from?
It's time to suck today's dick, or like
You say that.
Apparently I do often. Every morning I wake up and the first thing I do, I say, I gotta text Wren. Let's get out there and suck today's dick. And then I do it. And you're the first person I text before any partner, before any other people.
Where did that phrase come from? A movie?
I gotta be clear. I don't say that ever.
You don't say it. I've never heard you say it. But hey, it does get us into talking about the subject.
It does. And that is from a movie, I think.
What movie?
I forget, but like it's a guy who's just like, let's suck today's dick. Am I right? It's a show or a movie. We'll have to Google it. I'm trying to do less Googling while we're on the pod, though.
Yeah, I don't think that really helps us.
It doesn't play.
Growing up, what were some of the best phrases you were told? Do you remember any of these phrases? Can't lead a dog to water. Things like that. Were there any phrases that you were kind of told throughout your life?
Can't lead a dog to water.
Is that something you were told?
I don't think so. Also, I had like a very specific circumstantial upbringing where my dad is English as a second language. So like idioms don't transfer whatever between languages necessarily. So I didn't have a lot of that necessarily growing up.
Did he say a lot of the ones from like...
No.
What?
Really stumped you.
Yeah, you really got one there.
I'm shutting you down.
But so like he wouldn't say them in like Spanish and translate them in English.
No, not really.
Would
I also
he
just have a hard time remembering.
Would
This
he
is a
say
bad
them
one to put on me because I don't remember a lot of childhood. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Yeah, you really block things out.
Yeah,
But
like
hey,
yeah.
nothing wrong with that.
If you were like, what was a catchphrase your mom said a lot? I'd be like, I am livid with you. Like she sure said a lot of that. Or don't be so concrete.
Is that really something she'd say?
Yeah.
In reference to what?
Like if you're being like stupid. Or like you're like you did something dumb or like whatever.
Have
like,
you heard anyone else say that?
Not really, but I say it now too. Like,
Of course you do.
Yeah. And like livid was like, oh fuck, she's angry.
She would say what she would say?
I'm livid.
Wow.
Like,
and then the concrete thing, did she say it to other people? Or was it just to you?
it's probably just us. Or like maybe about other people when they weren't around or something.
Do you think that your sister, who has children,
Yeah.
says those things to her children?
Probably not. There's like things that transferred to some of us and not others. So me and the oldest sister certainly got some of the mom language usage.
Yeah.
And then the other two didn't. So, you know.
That does make sense. So yeah, it's kind of the thing where it's like big on the older ones, and just kind of like the parents kind of give up after a while, and they don't really get livid anymore, you know, because it's like, who cares?
Opposite.
They got more livid.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now we're just talking about parenting.
Well, parenting and catchphrases kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah, totally do.
Because my dad would say one, he would always say, he would call things lame. Like if I like didn't want to do something that I said I was gonna do, he would be like, that's lame.
I think, and that brings up, I must comment on the, I don't know how else to word it besides like the ableist slang that existed for so long that we grew up with it, but we didn't know was like, I didn't know that. I feel like bad because I know it's like we're not supposed to say it. I didn't know growing up that lame meant anything other than like that's like stupid or like whatever.
See, I don't know this currently.
Oh, okay. Well, lame is like how they would describe someone that like someone whose limb didn't work or like
Wow,
something like
I didn't know
like
that.
he's lame. Like,
Wow.
Like you see Shoddy's son, he's a lame boy. Like
Wow.
and it's like,
Yeah.
oh fuck.
Wow.
So it's like actually like
I didn't know that.
yeah.
I wonder how much of that also has religious connotations too.
What do you mean?
Like, I feel like there's a lot of like stuff around like religion and you being like able-bodied and like healthy and all this kind of stuff where it's like you just gotta pray and you gotta like, you know, be a good God-honoring person and this and this and this. I don't know.
Probably. I mean, a lot of American culture is rooted heavily in
religion,
Protestant and religious roots and stuff.
So working in a tattoo shop, what were some of the
Segue
phrases that you would hear said around the shop?
So the shop manager, shouts to Sap. He'll probably never listen to this, but I love you.
Sap, I've heard your name before.
Yeah. If you're ever in Old Baltimore, go to Saints Sinners Tattoo Shop.
Baltimore.
In Fells Point. Anyway, Sapathy, as I called him.
So funny.
He would say, like, if something went wrong that you like had to fix, he would say, it'll buff out, which I still say. Like, you probably heard me say it.
Yeah, you say that a lot.
Because it's super fucking funny. He's the first person I heard to say it. But it's like something terrible, like that's irreparable. And he'll just be like, it'll buff out.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what, it will.
It really will. And it kind of redefines what's terrible, you know?
Yeah. So I like that. That was a good one.
There was one similar to that I heard that was, it'll come out in the wash or something.
Yeah, it'll all come out in the wash.
And I always like that one.
I like ones that are really intense, like don't throw out the baby with the bathwater.
Yeah.
Where did that start?
Yeah. I don't know.
What did that baby do?
Yeah. Well, I do kind of wonder about that because maybe it was from a time in which you had to throw out your bathwater, which, you know, we don't anymore.
Yeah. And and keep going because I want to know
maybe it's like, you know, it's, you know, you don't want to throw that baby out. Maybe you want to keep that baby. I don't really know. I don't know where it came from. I'm just kind of
just riffing.
We're riffing. We're just talking.
Yeah.
You know, we're asking the hard questions here.
Yeah.
What are some other, so you heard it'll buff out.
No, I'm trying to think.
What are some kind of things like, you know, in the kitchen people say behind?
Yeah.
People say.
So like we're including slang.
Well, I'm trying to get to catchphrases, you know?
They're all intermingled.
What are some things that were said, some more kind of catchphrases, some more kind of idioms of the kitchen maybe, of the tattoo shop that were said?
I'm thinking of just like slang shit now. Like we would call like Becky, every white, like basic white girl.
Yeah, a Becky.
Was a Becky. Like Becky came in with her boyfriend Chad or like.
Oh, that's so funny.
Whatever. And it was always that.
And she wanted to get a tattoo.
She wanted to get a little moon on her ankle, you know.
I don't blame her.
Right behind the ankle bone. Maybe he wanted to get an anchor.
Look, both tattoos I'd get.
Commemorate your time in Baltimore with an anchor. Classic.
The tattoo memes are so funny. It's like, I just saw one that was like a tree. And it was like something like, you're next up in the walk-in cycle,
Yeah.
and then someone comes in and wants a tree with their kids' names hidden in the leaves, and you like have to go. I don't know.
There's always that. Oh, that's a good one. Safety meetings is when you just go out back and smoke.
Oh, that's funny.
And obviously I like don't smoke weed, but like it'd be like, yo, we're gonna have a safety meeting out back in 5 minutes.
Oh, that's fun.
And then it's like people go out back and smoke.
OSHA mandated.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Growing up in the South, I will say that there were a lot of phrases people would say.
Yeah. Like what? Laissez les bon temps relais.
That is one.
Yeah.
Lazy bon temps relay.
Yeah.
Let the good times roll.
Yep.
You know, and that's one that was said. I'm trying to think of other ones that were said.
It's so hard when we were like, this is gonna be great. We have so many things, and now we're on the spot, and it's like,
it's so hard to remember the ones that are said.
yeah.
There's a lot of hitting of things in the South. I feel like you walk to a car and you kind of just be like, she'll ride.
You can fit so much spaghetti in this bad boy.
Yeah.
Like that. Slaps the roof.
Did you grow up with a lot of spaghetti-based idioms?
That's what we're shooting at my house does.
This is what it is. Oh. Anyway, I was asking about spaghetti-based idioms. Did you grow up with a lot of pasta kind of centric ideas?
Phrases.
Yeah.
I can't not ignore the barking.
Just it's not happening.
Will you not be able to pick it up? Genuinely?
No, it can pick it up. It knows. It knows.
Okay.
Now it's time for Corn Corner Queries. As you know, we source a question from our Patreon subscribers. They ask it, we answer it rapid fire style.
Mm-hmm. So the question this week, it's a controversial one. I don't know if you're ready for it.
I am.
Peanut butter, crunchy versus smooth.
I like them both for different uses. If I'm making the oat cup that we like to make, I like to do it with a crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm making toast, I like to do it with a crunchy. But a lot of times I put peanut butter in a smoothie, and I use creamy for that. So
Yeah.
I use them both.
Okay. And do you buy, this is my own extended question, do you buy the natural kind that separates the oil?
I do.
And I knew because I spent a lot of time in your house. That was for everyone else to know.
I do buy them like that. If there was like a non-natural one, but it didn't have sugar, I would buy it. But the reason why I buy that one from Trader Joe's is because it's the only one without sugar.
Yeah, it's just
Peanuts.
peanut
Yeah.
oil.
But the thing I do see is that the crunchy one dries out very quickly, and the creamy one does not dry out in the fridge. But I buy one of each generally.
Good to know.
What are your thoughts?
Always stocked up. I'm crunchy across the board because I don't make smoothies. I'm not a big smoothie person. I find them annoying.
They're a little bit annoying.
But I like crunchy because I am someone who needs a texture like in my food. I don't like just a nothing and it's just like paste. And then if it's like on bread, then it's just like a lot of soft.
Yeah.
I need like.
It is a little bit weird if you're if you don't like crunchy peanut butter. I think it's weird.
Scathing.
Well, that's it for Corn Corner Queries.
If you have any queries for the Corn Corner, sign up for the Patreon. Ask us there. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll answer on the pod.
Boom, baby. All right, we're back in.
I have two.
All right.
Why do you keep doing that?
I keep doing it because I want you to be heard. Do you know what I mean?
Holding space.
I want to hold space
That's
for you.
an idiom.
Is that an idiom? Holding space?
Yeah, because you're not literally holding space.
Is that what an idiom is?
Yeah, like
when the
face the
isn't
music. You're not really. What music are you facing? Like
holding space. I'm holding space for you. That's an idiom.
you look like $1 million.
Wow.
No, you don't. You don't look like a stack of money.
Wow. It's just
yeah.
you look like what we perceive someone that has money look like.
Sure. I don't think that hard into it. All right. First question: are there any like movie phrases, quote things that you or TV, whatever, that like pop up in life as like a motto, whatever, like that?
What a great one.
Yeah, for you especially, it's really good.
Yeah.
That's why I thought it would be fun to ask.
Because I can only think about ones that are like jokes.
Like what?
Like, may the force be with you.
Yeah, but that
know?
counts. Like, yeah.
But I don't ever think about that one like in my life.
You don't?
No. Surprisingly, a Star Wars reference didn't come up very much.
Not for
me.
you. Yeah. But like that is like a good example because it's like such a culturally pervasive catchphrase thing.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Yeah. Like you could say that not even in the accent and people would think of
boom, they know.
Terminator. Like whatever.
What if you just said the wrong movie? You know, people think about Forrest Gump.
Yeah. For sure.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
She smells like cigarettes. She tastes like cigarettes.
What is that from?
From Forrest Gump.
I don't think that's an idiom or a catchphrase.
It's not as a joke.
I think that's just...
I was making a joke.
Well, this episode's about catchphrases. So it's hard to decipher what is a joke and what's not.
Yeah.
So I think that from now on, if you're going to say a joke that's not a catchphrase, just let us know.
Yeah, okay. I'll head it off.
Yeah.
With something. Top and tail it.
So life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. That is a very good one.
Yeah. My actually positive, uplifting one is It Can't Rain All the Time.
Where's that from?
It's from The Crow.
That's really good.
It's a good one.
Dust yourself off and try again, try again, try again. That's also a good one.
That's just song lyrics.
Yeah.
Who sings that song?
I think it's TLC.
No.
Who is it?
Aaliyah.
And it's in the same time period.
Sure, yeah. I think, yeah.
I think so, actually.
Yeah.
Are there any of them in True Detective?
Yeah.
What are they?
Time is a flat circle.
God.
Which is like not, I mean, that's a quote of a quote, but it, you know, like I think True Detective certainly repopularized it.
Yeah.
It's a good one. There's a lot of like book ones that I like that I'm like, ooh, that'd be a good tattoo. Like my one favorite Stephen King book is The Outsider, and there's a line that's just no end to the universe. And I like that. Like that sticks with me.
Good.
Yeah. I don't know.
Do we feel like mantras fit into this topic?
I don't know, because it's like a lot of these like phrases and stuff are like words to live by in a way.
Yeah.
Where like it's a it'll buff out and like things like that where it's like a whatever one that I say that you've heard me say before and you're like, what the fuck is not my pigs, not my farm.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? But like that's like a life, like a you know, operating thing. Yeah. So yes, kind of.
When did you hear not my, like, do people say that in PA? Not my pigs, not my farm?
It's like not my monkeys, not my circus.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. It's just the hick version.
Yeah, I get it.
Yep.
Not sophisticated enough for a circus. So you got to do farms, is what you're saying.
Would you say circuses are sophisticated?
It's a big financial endeavor. I guess a farm would be too, but also I guess a circus but has more joy.
Are you just thinking of Cirque du Soleil?
That is one of the most popular circuses.
That's I think normally when people think of a circus, they're not thinking of like Cirque du Soleil is like an experience. Like that's like you know what I mean? There's not like some fucking like ringleader in the middle and like a dude coming out blowing fire and like bending metal, like whatever, like you know.
I remember seeing Cirque du Soleil for the first time and it like being
awe-stricken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
It's awesome.
And anytime I can see it, I'll see it.
Yeah.
I saw it.
They treat him like shit though. Anyway.
Do they really?
Yeah, there's like a bunch of issues with like the Canadian border or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Google it. Anyway.
I saw the Beatles Love Show in Vegas. Cirque du Soleil.
I have a lot of feelings.
Because you don't like the Beatles?
Yeah.
You'll be fine. It was I don't really care about the Beatles either.
Yeah.
But it was.
But wasn't it Beatles music?
It was, but it was like Eleanor Rigby's a good song.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like the way that they did it, it was like you would have a fine time.
Probably the last one I'd see. And the naked one. Don't need to see that.
I don't know anything about that one.
There's one in Vegas that, or maybe it's not there anymore, but it was like all like sexuality, whatever stuff.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I don't think that. Don't need to see you swinging from a trapeze with your dick out, I'll say. Like, I don't.
Were they actually naked?
I don't actually know that for sure. I would say no because it seems like a hazard in a lot of ways.
Yeah, that seems bad news.
Yeah.
And then I saw one in college when I was in Florida that I really liked.
Oh, it was probably La Nuba That was in around where Disney campus was.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like had
That's
like a
the one that they do
residency
there?
there. Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen that one like 10 times probably because of like just going there.
And it had like horn players in the
Yeah.
audience.
And there's like a. I
I can't really remember.
There's a really good song. Like the theme Lanuba is like really good, and it's like it's a maid's dream or something, or a maid's like cleaning a house, and then like things start going crazy. But they like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's right. I mean, it was a long time ago.
yeah, that one's
But-
good. There's one called Verikai. That was really good. It made me cry. Anyway, back to.
What's a good catchphrase or an idiom or a mantra to get back to something? Anyway, back to the meat and potatoes of it all.
You already said that once though. Come with a different one.
Please let me have it. Please let me have this. You're raining on my parade.
There you
Do
go.
You see what I'm
Yes.
doing? Yes. God. But it is true. You're raining on my parade.
How about like lock it up?
Lock it up.
Yeah, we say that a lot.
Yeah,
Lock
we
it up.
do.
Like whatever.
Lock it up.
Yeah.
I do a couple like that. I'm trying to think of. See, the issue with this is that as soon as we finish recording this podcast, I'm gonna remember them all.
Yeah. But we get on here and it's like I'm a blank slate.
Yeah,
Tabula rasa.
empty in here.
Yeah.
None going on.
No thoughts.
I think I do a lot of like not pull yourself up by the bootstraps kind of things,
Yeah.
but kind of like that where it's like, you know,
Dust it off.
clean body, mind, soul,
Yeah.
like that kind of like
Self mantras or what are you?
yeah, like self mantras that are kind of like that. You got soft hands kind of thing.
What? What is that?
You know that there's a man, he says, you got soft hands.
No. What are you talking about?
It's like, it has to do with like, having soft hands. It's like people that wear Carhartt that don't do Carhartt things.
Oh, okay.
You
Like, so
know?
it's not like actually like you shake someone's hand and say you got soft hands.
No, it's like you never work a day in your life kind of thing.
I got it. Okay.
You know, you got soft hands.
We work Carhartts, but we're not doing Carhartt shit.
Yeah.
And
that's a mantra that I kind of live by.
do you?
Yeah.
The Carhartt one or the soft hands one?
The Carhartt one.
Yeah. Is it because you're wearing my Carhartt hat? So
I am
you're
wearing your Carhartt hat and also
my camo
shorts.
Yeah.
But I kind of do it in like a fun way.
Yeah.
I've never worn a Carhartt before, and I will say I do enjoy it.
Have you tried on my overalls or my Carhartt jeans or anything?
Maybe I will wear some overalls soon, but
We should wear overalls on the next episode.
okay. I've been wanting to get into overalls, and that sounds like a joke.
I've been wanting to get into overalls.
Again, I knew you were gonna rain on my
Yeah.
parade, but
You can't reuse the same ones. You gotta switch it up. I knew you were gonna yuck my yum.
I guarantee that everyone that says that has a live, laugh, love poster in their house.
Yeah.
over the sink
They
in the
describe
kitchen.
interactions as delicious.
Is live, laugh, love a little bit of one?
Yeah, I would say so. Girl boss, gaslight, gatekeep.
Yeah. We should Google some of the kind of girl boss mantras.
Yeah. Are there those?
Yeah, like yeah. There are.
Good.
I'm trying to think of one. There's one with like CEO. It's like I'm trying to think of what's my favorite position? CEO. That kind of thing.
I hate
Like,
that shit. This is just upsetting, actually. The Google
yeah,
results that
you're
I've
not gonna have a
gotten.
good time, people, when you do this. But you should see what's going on there.
Because it's all just like this is so bad. It's like you are smart, you are talented. Like it's like you are a badass. I hate these like girl boss mantras 2020.
Well, it's not wrong.
I deserve the world, so I'm gonna give it to myself.
There you go.
Maybe
That's
she's a wildflower. That's not a be savage, not average. That's so bad.
How much money would it take for you to get "Be Savage, Not Average" tattooed on your body?
How small can it be?
It would be legible.
I would never. I could never.
It would be about this size. Think about maybe 25 dimes in a row.
You know what I would get?
what?
Namaslay. Holy shit.
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit. That's so bad.
There's people doing this kind of thing.
Also, they're all like culturally appropriative in some
I was literally
way.
about to say that. I was like,
that's
you're
so
not
bad.
getting
no
slay on your
And
body.
I wouldn't get be savage, not average, because savage is a fucking insult to
Yeah.
like First Nations people. Like
Yeah.
it's like all so fucked up.
Well, that's kind of the thing. It's like a lot of these, you know,
Sometimes you got to be a beauty and a beast.
Jesus Christ. But also, is it wrong?
It's not wrong.
You
I
know?
say it every day.
Sometimes I'm a beauty, but sometimes I will put on a Carhartt and get out my beast side.
What do you do? What's your version of Carhartt shit?
Maybe kind of pulling myself up by bootstrap and doing the podcast, you know, because sometimes you feel a little tuckered out and you don't want to.
It's so true.
You know, that's actually not true. I always want to do the podcast. It's the best thing in my life.
Yeah. It's the most fun thing.
It is the most fun thing going on. I'll be honest with you.
I'm trying to think of things where like regional. So like you go to the gas station to get a flavored carbonated beverage, or you go to like a diner to get and you order a flavored carbonated beverage. What do you say?
Well, I say what it is.
Like just the name of it.
Soda.
Yeah. What do you mean you say what it is?
That's what it is. Some people say other weird stuff.
Yeah,
but
that's
it's
what
called
I'm
a soda.
getting- That's
it's
what I'm
a
getting
soda.
at. Yeah.
But also, I would say in the South, we say Coke. Everything's Coke.
Yes.
And
That's
then
what
you
I
say,
mean.
what kind of Coke is it?
Yeah. Like Western Pennsylvania says pop.
Weird.
Yeah.
You don't say pop.
No, fuck no. I'm not from Western Pennsylvania.
It's weird to me, though, because for some reason, a lot of, like, why? Like, why don't you say pop? You should. It's, like, right there. It's so close.
But it's like a world away. Like Schittsburg? Fuck off.
No, but I'm curious, like how did that happen?
Like
that,
such distinctions between
Yeah.
like the Allegheny Valley and like other,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because you and I did not grow up close to each other at all.
Yeah.
But we share a lot of the same idioms and the same like goofy kind of
Whatever.
southerny things. But it's like you didn't grow up in the South.
Well, I always say that the area of Pennsylvania I grew up in is the only place north of the Mason-Dixon line that wishes it was south.
Yeah, but I wonder. You do always say that. If I had $1 for every time you said that.
I have $1. I just said to you right now.
But anyway,
I do say it a lot. Anyway,
you do. If I had $1 for every time I said that's a catchphrase or an idiom or something.
yeah.
I don't know which one anymore. But I wonder why people settled there that were like that. Like, was there people from the South that went there for some reason?
Yeah. I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't know.
And I don't have the answer to it.
It's also fascinating, like the different kinds of regional pizzas, the different kinds of regional hamburgers.
Yeah.
All these things are wild to me.
Yeah. Like what's I don't even know. This is such a weird. What is a pizza in like the South? Is there like a specific, like, you know, Chicago's got deep dish, Pennsylvania's got
Yeah.
Altoona pizza, as you're familiar.
Oh, I'm familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, Detroit has like a cracker thin crust.
Yeah, we
like a
talked about that
tavern
one time.
style pizza
Yeah.
that like doesn't have like a crust like you would
Yeah.
have on like a what we think is like normal quote unquote pizza.
Yeah.
And then a lot of the other differences are in like proteins that go on the pizzas, amount of sugar in
The sauce.
marinara.
You got
sauce,
a
yeah.
alligator pizza down south?
I would say that I wouldn't consider that a style of pizza. I
Yeah.
would just consider that like the influences of the cuisine in the place. Like I would almost like call that tourist pizza, even though like
yeah.
locals would eat it. Cause I'm like, sure, like there could be a Creole pizza. We could put like andouille sausage on a pizza. Yes.
But it's still just the base pizza.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like the core of it is just, whereas like Altoona style pizza,
It's so fucked up.
yeah, which everyone at home knows is like a American cheese on a pizza, which is just
It's like white bread with like
It's
sauce on
very
it.
weird.
And then you go to like West Virginia and they have pepperoni rolls.
yeah,
That fucking rule, actually.
Yeah. So I don't know, that kind of stuff fascinates me.
Yeah.
Well, you studied anthropology, right? And I have always been into anthropology, and I want to learn about food and like anthropology and how it worked in the United States, kind of.
Like how it spread out in such a weird way with all the shit we do.
Yeah, I learned a little bit about it, and it had a lot to do with refrigeration.
Oh yeah,
I had no idea.
We've always said we were gonna do like a whole episode on that.
Well, I don't know shit about it.
Yeah,
Like,
you'd have to research,
but it's
but-
something I really wanna know about. But like refrigeration was a thing,
Yeah.
and the way like pizza came here was like pretty fascinating. I watched a whole YouTube thing on it.
Oh, of course you did. a whole YouTube thing.
There you go again, yucking my yum.
I hate it. Even just hearing it. It's so terrible.
What are some coffee catchphrases people say? Don't talk to me until I have my coffee. Is that a catchphrase?
Cup of Joe.
Cup of Joe. Where did that come from?
Like what's the Joe from? I don't know. I truly don't. Was there just a guy named Joe and like he was who made the best coffee in town? Let's make up lore for things that were like, where the fuck did that come from?
Actually, I think it came from the movie Forrest Gump, to be honest.
What part?
The main character's name's Joe. Forrest.
In Forrest Gump.
Yeah. And then
So it's not Forrest Gump, it's Joe Forrest.
Forrest Gump's a nickname for Joe Forrest.
Okay.
I'm actually pretty sure about this.
And you make the nickname doesn't involve just the first name. You put the last name first, then put a nickname last name. Is how it works.
Say it again. Tell me the lore.
So you're saying that Forrest Gump's nickname is Joe Forrest.
Mm-hmm.
And usually a nickname is just applied to the first name. So it'd be like Forrest Gump would be like Rest Gump or something, whatever. But
Is that his name? Rust Gump?
it's Forrest. But
Rest?
yeah, I'm trying to say a nickname for it. Like it's like Jonathan and John. Like
I understand. And you're trying to say that Rest is short for Forrest.
And how did we get to what did you say it was? Joe Gump.
Joe Gump.
Joe Forrest. That's how you
That's it.
God, fuck this. Never mind.
We're talking about catchphrases.
I was pulling your chain.
Wow, that's one. Look at that. You're pulling my chain. Wow.
Yanking your chain.
I feel like we should have a catchphrase expert on to tell us where these things come from.
Like a linguist.
A linguist maybe would
Yeah.
be a great person to have on the pod.
God, that'd be so funny to get someone who like literally has like a PhD in linguistics or something, and like
Just to be like, so where did pulling my chain come from?
like, hey, so who's Joe?
yeah.
Like no context.
Where did Average Joe come from?
I genuinely do think that's just because it's like an average name. Like Joe is one of the most common names, Joe and John. Like, or you know, in America, whatever. So it's just like average, whatever, Joe.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm trying to think of some more catchphrases that involve just normality and averageness. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So if you go into a diner,
yeah.
you sit down, what's the lady gonna say to you?
Like I just think of what I would say because I'm
What would
used
you
to
say?
serve. What can I do for you? Like, what can I get you? How you doing today?
These are all good things.
I don't know what.
These are all good things that you could say.
Are you trying? Like, is it some? What did you say?
How's the day been treating you?
Would you
That's
really?
kind of a catchphrase. How's the day been treating you?
Would you really?
Would I? Are
Say
you
that
saying
to
a
someone?
catchphrase or
would,
a joke
would you
or
say
asking?
that? Would you say that to someone? How's the day been treating you?
I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
But people do say that.
Okay. You know, one that's good and like a big food service or industry worker one is have a good one.
That is
The amount of times that I've been like getting coffee or something or whatever, having an interaction with like a service worker, and that we both go have a good one because like I'm also service.
They know.
worker. Yeah, that always cracks me up.
Those roots never leave you.
Yeah, they don't. They're deep roots. That's one right there. Yeah.
Wow. One of my favorite catchphrases is "She's got legs, don't she?"
That's like the legs up to here is like a saying.
Yeah.
Like whatever. I like ones that we shortened to make worse than what the actual thing is.
What?
Like people say like blood is thicker than water, so and people say it to be like keep your family's more important than your friends, but the actual saying is the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. So it actually means like your group is more important than your family, like whatever.
That sounds like hate breed lyrics.
Yeah, you know. Or like curiosity killed the cat, but the actual thing
that's
is
good.
Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. So it's like
Wow. How do you know so much about this?
I like those things. They're like jack of all trades is supposed to be an insult, but it's like jack of all trades, master of none, better than being or like whatever, master of one. Like
You're blowing my mind. Why didn't you open with this?
I'm so sorry.
You know so much.
I just thought right now.
You're just popping them out.
Yeah. That's a
wow. So have you been called a jack of all trades before?
I guess, yeah, it's really coming down now outside. I
It
guess.
So everybody knows this. We're in Los Angeles and it is hailing right now.
Oh, good.
I'm watching hail.
It got really dark a few minutes ago, so it's going to be fun on the edit. But it is, now hailing, so it's cool.
It is literally hailing. And sorry to derail this, but that is wild. I've lived in LA for 10 years. I've never seen a hail here.
I moved here from Seattle to get away from cold things like hail.
You can hear the hail in the fireplace.
Yeah.
Wow.
Speak up.
When you say what?
What if we have the pot at my house? We put a little face on the fireplace.
Oh, that's fun.
And anyway,
when you say speak up, I think about the Lonely Island, and there's this what?
I'm just listening.
I thought you were gonna say something about how bad the Lonely Island is. I was like, I'll stop.
I don't
right
know shit
now.
about it.
I don't. Oh, anyway, there's a song with Michael Bolton in it.
The Pirates of the Caribbean one.
Yes.
Yeah, I do know that.
And there's this part where he's like, "Oh wait, no. It's one where, oh wait, I think that might be in it. I think Rihanna's in it or something, and she's like, "Speak up, no one in the club can hear you."
It's funny in the context of being in the club because you have to yell.
Yeah, because he's like mumbling. Actually, sorry, this is not the Michael Bolton one. It's one where this guy is mumbling, and then Rihanna's like going back and forth with it, and then Rihanna's chorus is trying to get him to talk louder. It's so fucking funny.
It's really funny right now being described. I like the Michael Bolton one, I will say.
He's a real cinephile.
It's a good one.
When that turtleneck and chain thing came out,
The
Brooks and I,
The what thing?
Turtleneck and Chain, I think was the name of that album.
I didn't know there was an album.
Oh, there's a whole album.
I thought they were just funny things on SNL.
No, they have albums.
Because it was like Lazy Sunday.
Yeah, but then they made an album.
Was Lazy Sunday? Okay, anyway, yeah.
And it was, I thought it was really funny. It was like in college. I thought it was hilarious.
Brooks of
Corn Corner,
list all his accolades.
I think I've talked about the vacuum,
Laser vacuum,
birds. Tomato hates tomatoes. I don't know. There's so many things. There's a coffee machine. Things. I don't know. Bop. We loved it. We listened to it all the time.
Sounds cool.
I'm doing my best. You know what I mean? I'm trying to keep this podcast alive.
We talked about this before. Kind of goes with slang. Nicknames. Any nicknames you had growing up?
Everyone just called me really cool all the time. Everyone's
like that. You're so cool.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Hey, wow, it's you, and you're so amazing." So that's really it.
Mine all revolved around being tall. My one college hockey coach called me Gangles, which is fun. I didn't mind it.
We had a kid we called Lurch. It's not good.
I think I would have liked that.
Weirdo.
Well, he's cool. He's like the coolest Addams
Evan.
Family one, you know?
Wait, people call you like Tree or something?
Jolly Green.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
People never really comment on my height.
Yeah.
Except when I go back home because my whole family is like, I'm taller than my whole family by like a lot.
Same.
So when I go back home, everyone does comment on it.
Yeah.
But
mine always like, you grow? I'm like, probably. Short shit.
You are much taller than your family.
Yeah.
I am too,
I recall you saying just moments ago.
I'm trying to think of another catchphrase to say.
Oh, like to be like, stop, whatever.
Yeah, I'm like...
It's like, there's like more adult, quote unquote, versions of like don't rain on my parade, but like, don't like piss, like don't piss on my head and say it's raining or like whatever. Like that's one.
People say that?
You've never heard that?
I've never heard that. I feel like you're holding back right now.
I don't
on
know.
The ones that you know.
I don't come to your job and wait. It's like, and like I don't come and slap the dick out of your mouth and tell you how to do your job. Like that one's so funny.
Oh, there's also It was in and out. I lost it. I had one.
It was in and out of your head, or
Yeah, like-
okay.
like
I was
it
like,
was
we were
in-
at in and out. This is good content.
Damn it. It was just like in my head, it was about work. Oh, you don't shit at the place you eat or something? What is that?
Don't shit where you eat.
Yeah, like, or whatever.
Boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I shit on company time.
You're like a gold mine of these.
We should just sit here and you just say stuff at me and then I'll think of them, because that's apparently how I'm coming up with them.
But the work one's always funny. You don't mix pleasure and work or something, you know?
Yeah. You don't shit where you eat one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I do it all the time. Shit where I eat.
Well, you work from home.
Yeah. That's the joke.
How do you think that catchphrases are going to evolve in the work and home
To be clear, I don't
movement?
think the shit where you eat, I more think of as like you date someone at work or
Yeah,
something. And I don't know what that's like. I never have had a shoot and caught emotions for someone.
What's a good catchphrase about people that are saying something but you know that they're lying? Like, it could be like caught you red-handed. That's one, I think.
That
but
could
I don't
be one.
know.
Yeah, that's just like caught in a lie. Yeah, you're telling tales. You're spinning whatever webs or something.
Spinning webs you
there's some-
can't cash.
Spinning webs you can't cash.
Well, everyone, on that note, we're gonna go cash some webs, and thank you so much for being a part of the Corn Corner this week. We talked about idioms.
Maybe, kind of. Catchphrases, slang, regional pizza preferences.
And hey, one of the best catchphrases I know is if you shuck or creamed,
Doesn't matter what kind of corn you are.
as long as you're
Kind of corn.
corn.
Did you forget that part?
No, I was trying to include you.
Oh, okay.
Because I started it off.
You didn't look at me. There was no sign.
I know.
Work on it.
Hey, look, we're gonna get it better next time. We're new to catchphrases, everyone.
We're just knocking the dust off it.
All right.
Oh, catchphrase!
Wow.
Cha-cha-cha.
Get rid of the cobwebs.
Yes, good. Be sitting. Be doing one of these.
You wanna do the intro?
You always do.
I do. That's what I'm saying. You wanna do it? Hello, and welcome to the Corn Corner Podcast.
Segment edition show.
Segment edition is another. Hello, and welcome to the Corn Corner Podcast. I am Wicked Wren, and I'll tell you, I didn't think of anything.
Every time.
God damn it! What did I think of yesterday? Wait, I thought of something. Ah,
Gotta
shit.
check your